Hello, beautiful collective of divine souls. Divine Love Oracle 1111 here with our third reading ever. Still such a baby channel, so please like, subscribe, share, all of the things if you're enjoying these readings. This has been something I've been called to now for a while. I decided to finally answer the call and to show up in this way. So I'm really excited to be offering these collective readings. This is something that I'm very passionate about. I really make sure that my channel is clear and open to deliver the most divine guidance for whoever needs to find it. I always set the intention that these readings are going to travel throughout all time and space to find whoever it is that needs these messages in their own divine timing. So with that being said, I am recording this reading as of November 21st, 2022, but these readings genuinely are timeless. So whenever you stumble upon this reading, please know that it's in your own divine timing, and take what resonates, leave anything that might not, right? It might be for someone else, or if the reading's not vibing with you, I totally get it. I do the same thing sometimes where I check in and I switch to a reading that is calling out to me. So hopefully this does vibe with you and there's something in here for you. I also am excited to speak on the divine union energy, since that's what this reading really is. So I've been offering, and I was called to offer when I decided to create this channel, readings for the Divine Feminine Collective, the Divine Masculine Collective, and then the Divine Union Collective. So speaking to this, we know that these are energies, right? It's not gender specific, and we all have both. Why I'm really excited about doing the Divine Union energy is because we find that inner union first. So I actually myself have been on a twin flame journey for over 5 years. I also specialize in soulmates, karmic connections, soul family connections. That's something that I'm very passionate about. I am here for divine love. It's a huge part of my mission and my purpose on earth, to kind of be a channel for that and speak wisdom to that and offer divine guidance in regards to that. So what I was excited about doing was, rather than having kind of a twin flame union energy, I want to do more of the energy of just divine union in general, because I'm such a believer that divine union does start within us first. So when we have inner union with our own inner king and our inner queen, our inner divine masculine and divine feminine, they're balanced, then we really experience that union in our outside world and our outside reality as well as within, so without, right? So I'm really excited to be offering this divine union energy. This can kind of be considered also a collective reading right now for the entire collective as a whole. Those of us that really are on this journey of self-awareness, growth, expansion, really making the most of our soul's experience here on earth. So welcoming you in with so much love to this reading. Let's dive right in. So let's get some divine union energy. What do we need to know in terms of union? What can we be focusing on in regards to this divine union energy? Calling in my guides, my angels, calling in my highest self. Allow me to be a divine channel for truth, love, and light, placing protection around this reading. Whoever may be watching throughout all time and space, may it find every single soul that it needs to find. Divine union energy. What do we have? So the divine masculines receive this as well. Beautiful energy to start out with. Everything starts in our mind's eye, love. So our third eye, right? This is Archangel Metatron with the 6th chakra. So opening our third eye, knowing that when we plant things into our third eye first, then they can blossom in the 3D physical world. But it's really important that we get clear on this in our mind's eye first. So when we're planting a seed, we want to think about why that's important to us, why we desire that, why we're even wishing for that or wanting that in the first place. Why is that seed important for us, that it's able to grow, to prosper, to be harvested, to bloom, so that we are able to then receive, right? So get clear on what you want in your mind's eye first. What do you want your physical reality to look like? What is your ideal outcome, right? What is your desired outcome? Oftentimes when I'm working with clients, because I do many other forms of work as well, including life coaching, divine guidance. I have workshops, and I host different workshops and retreats in person as well. So this is something that I find often with clients when I ask them, what would be your ideal outcome in this situation? And a lot of times, my loves, they aren't sure. And it's such a powerful question to ask. So whatever it is that you're desiring right now in your life, right? If it's prosperity, just more abundance in general, a relationship, a job, a house, whatever it is, imagine it in your mind's eye first. This is such a powerful tool of manifestation, really getting clear on that vision, right? It's having that vision in our mind's eye so that we can birth it then into the physical world. Think of it, planting it in the 5D, bringing it down, grounding it into the physical. That's why we're here. So really get clear right now on what it is that you desire, what it is that you want, so that you can birth what you are desiring into the physical realm and welcome it in, having the space to welcome it in as well. Clearing out the third eye, I'm also hearing, so making sure that your third eye is open. Use toothpaste without fluoride. Just kidding, I kid, but seriously. Anyways, we're not going to get into all that. But practice opening your third eye. More meditation, more quiet time, introspection. How in touch are you with your third eye? How open is that chakra for you? Let's ask. What else do we have for divine union energy, please? Woo. Interesting. I got to be honest with you, y'all. We got the storm warning coming out. So there may be some bumps in the road in terms of feeling this union within. And it's interesting doing kind of the divine masculine and then the divine feminine readings, because it kind of makes sense with what I saw in both those readings. So definitely check that out if you're called. But please know that these storms come to clear things out. Right now, we're in a huge time collectively of breaking cycles, breaking karmic patterns, breaking emotional patterns and habits that are no longer serving. And sometimes that can come with some storms. It's nothing to fear though. These storms come through and what happens? They pull out any roots that aren't strong enough maybe to endure them. Maybe something happens that it needs to happen in order to shake us up so that we can be realigned with our highest truth, our most authentic self. So know that if there is maybe some bumps in the roads that could be coming along within your journey, you have everything that you need within you to be able to handle it. You're never going to get anything that you can't handle. Also, just trust and know that they always passed, right? And something that is coming through right now is if you're in the eye of the storm, it's not as destructive, right? So stay in the eye of the storm, get grounded, really connect with your highest self during this time. Know that everything you need is already within you. Rest and rejuvenate. This is a big thing. Okay, I'm hearing holidays. So this can also be connected with that. Because what happens sometimes during holidays is that we gather with family or friends. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes outside opinions can become very loud or pushed sometimes. This is not for everyone. This is just for a select few. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. That can sometimes stir up a lot within us. We can get this inner storm energy, right? So know that it's so important to rest and rejuvenate. Come back to the self. Take time to rest. Don't allow ourselves. It's very important that we don't allow ourselves to get burnt out. Take the rest and the rejuvenation before this comes, right? Because then when it comes, guess what? I live in a space where there's hurricanes currently. So on the days of the hurricanes and when those things come through, one, you either retreat if you have to, but if you're hunkering down, you wait for it to pass, right? So if you are in this calm energy, this cool, calm, collected energy, and you already are rest and rejuvenated, then you're going to recognize, okay, I'm going to let this storm come through, and maybe it's going to give me a reason to rest. Okay, all coming full circle now. I get it. Thank you, guides. So what I'm hearing very clearly is don't let the storm come. Like, don't let it get so bad that there has to be a storm. So a lot of times this can be with health or a work situation or a relationship. Don't wait for something to blow up because we're burnt out or we're exhausted or we aren't in touch with our most authentic and highest self, right? So get that rest and rejuvenation now so that you don't have to endure such a painful storm, let's say, so that it can be something of like, okay, I'm going to stay inside and rest and let that storm come and go, and then I'm going to be good. But really prioritize right now rest and rejuvenation. Very, very, very important. That's very clear. More meditation, more rest. Avoiding burnout. Let's see what else we have for divine union energy. Divine union energy. Also coming back to self is a really big theme right now. We tend to lose ourselves if we're speaking in terms of like divine union love, right? If you are someone who's manifesting or calling in your king, or you're in a twin flame dynamic, or you are wanting that external union with another, know that it's very important to stay connected to the self first and foremost, so that you have that groundedness in you always. You have that internal union. What else? Speak your truth. So some of you may be feeling, and I'm really picking this up with relationships right now. This is kind of this divine union energy as well. It's not only just a collective read, but I really do want to focus, especially I'm feeling the shift of like focusing more into kind of the union dynamic of relationships, that physical union. So make sure that you're speaking your truth. Any relationships that you are in, make sure that you're feeling heard, that you're feeling seen, that you're feeling supported, and that you have this space to speak your truth. Because this coming out in reverse is kind of telling us sometimes that we may be a little blocked in that area. We may not be speaking our truth. We may not be resting, rejuvenating, really getting in touch with our highest self, knowing what we want, which then can also cause this. Because if we're not speaking our truth, guess what happens? This is when we find in relationships, when we feel really blocked from this and we feel discouraged or we aren't feeling heard, that then we end up blowing up, right? It's like the people that if they only, I'm just using this as an example, like for those of you that know the wild woman archetype or the wild man archetype, a lot of times if that wild archetype is repressed, something like alcohol may bring that out in a very abrupt way, because that person feels so, they've been so repressed for so long that then they almost feel free, like they can let it out, right? So it could come in the forms of saying something you don't mean, just like going on this blast of speaking all these things because you felt silenced for so long, like in order to be heard, you need to scream. Don't get to that point, my loves. Allow yourself to really feel this energy of I am free to speak my truth. Ground in that. Feel that union energy. Know that your truth matters. Connect to your voice. This is very important right now. And coming back circle, because it's coming up intuitively. Same with the family dynamics. Speak your truth. You're allowed to live your life however you please. It's your life. Straight up. So speak your truth, my loves. Now is the time for that. What can we do to come towards these unions, please? Release attachments. Oof, this is a big one for those of you that are also on a twin flame journey. Releasing attachments, specifically to the outcome. Let's look at this upright. The Divine Feminine reading got this as well. So when we are in this space of attachment, we're looking up at this mask, which sometimes can really signify like who we think we should be, right? What mask are we putting on to be accepted? The people pleasing, to show up in a certain way. She's literally chained and she's imprisoned. So release the attachment. This is very important right now, specifically regarding the outcome. I will speak from a personal experience. I've been on this twin flame journey for over 5.5 years. I finally now am to the place that I've completely released the attachment to the outcome, that I have to be with my twin flame. If I'm not with him, then my dreams won't come true, because that's false. That's me trying to control the universe and control the outcome. So if I can release the attachment to the outcome of how I think it should happen, how we should come into union, when it should happen with the timing, if I stay in that energy, I'm going to keep myself stuck, right? I'm going to keep myself imprisoned in those thoughts that maybe aren't honoring me, aren't supporting me. So releasing the attachment to the outcome is huge here. And remember, I asked specifically before getting that card, what can we do to move towards union? So if you are desiring union, if you're manifesting union, if you're open to receiving union with another counterpart, then release the attachment to that. Come back to self. I just keep hearing it so clearly. This time is about you right now, loves. What else do we have? Is there a block? Can you show me if there's something blocking any unions? Angel of Love in reverse. So the Divine Feminine Collective got this upright. This could be a block of union. For some of you, you may be feeling like the love isn't there like it used to be, or there maybe isn't a lot of love happening right now, and that can actually be blocking us. So again, okay, I'm getting this really clearly. It's all channeling through. If we're attached to an outcome with one specific person or a way that we think something should happen, if we're attached to that outcome, we're blocking our own love. For real. Because there could be someone in our life, it could be a higher level soulmate, and this might be triggering to hear, my loves, and please know that I'm speaking this from my heart to yours, and I'm on this journey so I understand. But sometimes if we are so attached to that specific person or that specific outcome, or that it has to be a certain way, we actually end up blocking love that could be coming in for us. So this could be our block right now, my loves, that we're maybe not focusing on the love that is already around us. And remember, my loves, that love comes in multiple forms. It comes in friendships, it comes in family, it comes in even passions that we have, right? So focus more on love. The Divine Masculines actually got this message, interestingly enough, in a different way, that the more love you put out, more love will come back into your life. So if you're feeling like there's a block right now in your divine union in some way, focus on more love. How can you embody love even more? Because remember, my loves, you are love in human form. That's actually the banner on the top of this channel. You are love in human form. So where can you put out more love into the world and be open to receive that love? Think of this fluid cycle, always flowing. Give love, get love. Give love, get love. Where can you be embodying more love? And where may you be blocking yourself, right, from that love from coming in? Again, calling myself out, speaking to this for a long time. I was like, nope, if it's not this person and if it's not in this way, I don't want anything else, or I don't want anyone else. And wow, now that I've been in this journey so long and I've released that attachment to the outcome, I'm way more open and receptive to love. And the universe is showing me so many different options. And again, it's up to me and it's up to you, my loves. It's up to us to be able to know our highest self, to know what we desire, what we deserve, what we want to manifest in this lifetime, so that we can receive it in the physical essence. What else? What else for divine union energy? What can we do? I know that I asked what can we do to come closer to union. We got release attachment. What else can we do to embody divine union energy? How can we be embodying divine union energy right now? First chakra, ground, ground, ground. This is coming in so strong, especially if a storm-like things can be coming in. It's so important that we're grounded and we're connected with ourselves. Check this out, beautiful loves. This is gorgeous energy. So we have first chakra, Archangel Michael, the root chakra, all about safety, security, feeling like we're in that energy of being grounded. Look at how strong, grounded, firm. Archangel Michael, huge protector energy. You can call on Archangel Michael if it feels in alignment for you, loves, to bring in this union, to ground in this union energy, but really ground in the physical of what do you desire? What do you want? What makes you feel safe? What makes you feel provided for? What makes you feel protected? Ground so much in your own essence, your own energy now, so that when that union does come in, you're able to receive it. And look what else came out with that. Door to personal healing and happiness. Personal healing and happiness. This time is about you right now, my love. So focus more on you. Let these doors be opened. Look at how much abundance is in this card. We have the white dove signifying peace, the rainbow signifying abundance, opportunities, the lotus blooming, waterfall, so much life happening here. So focus more on you. I know that this can be so it can feel counterintuitive, and it can even be triggering of like, all I want is this person in this union, or not even just this specific person in general, but all I crave is this divine love and divine union, and it feels blocked. In those cases, the best things we can do, and I mean this from every essence of my being, and again, I'm on this journey, is focus inward, focus back on the self. What do I need? What's going to make me feel happy? What's going to bring me peace? What's going to bring me joy? What's going to make me feel abundant? How can I be so tapped into my highest frequency, my most divine self, my most authentic self, my highest self, so that I become a magnet, right? Think of that magnet energy, being a super attractor, being able to pull in those divinely aligned opportunities, because you're only going to call in your king or your queen if that's what you're wanting, which you're watching this reading, so I'm assuming you are kind of calling in and ready for that divine union energy. How can you ground more in you so that you are that energetic match for that person? And I will also say, and this can be sometimes with this too, we may think that we want something or that something's good for us. And I strongly just feel that the divine universe knows truly like the highest timeline, right? When we can kind of detach emotionally and see things from the highest perspective, we're always going to get what we need, what is going to be the best for us, what's going to align us with our highest alignment and for the highest good of all. So really focusing on you right now. So that, watch, you're going to become just this energetic, high vibrational person of your own dreams, because when you become that person of your own dreams, then you will attract that person, right? So think about the qualities that you desire in a person. I'm sure you've heard this before. Think of those qualities and become an energetic match for those qualities. Become that energy. So if you want someone who is ambitious, who is determined, who is patient, who is compassionate, who is empathetic, where can you embody that more within yourself, right? Coming into that inner union. And how in touch are you with your counterpart, your king? So if you identify yourself as divine feminine and being really embodied majority in that queen energy, what is your counterpart, your king? What does he bring to the table? What does he offer you? And do you have the space to receive it? Vice versa. If you're in that king energy, you're calling in your queen. What qualities does she have? How is she able to receive? And how do you balance each other? Because again, the union energy, the whole reading, the whole point of this reading is to come into that harmony, that balance, that peace, so that we can be receptive to that divine union. I was really feeling earlier this goddess guidance oracle. So I'm just going to see what else is coming in. How can we ground in this union, in the physical? What else? What energy can we embody to ground in this union? Calling in this union in the physical realms. Peace. I was just speaking to this. Literally. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So just trusting, and the dolphins in the back, right? A lot of luck coming in. We got to remember that Jupiter is going direct. Jupiter is kind of known to be the planet of luck. So we're going to be receiving more luck, more abundance, more things that are energetically in alignment to us and for us. It's so important to be the peace, right? So I have a podcast, actually, Shrink Yourself Podcast. You can find it on all platforms. And my motto for that podcast is spread the love, be the peace, bring the light. Because guess what? When you are the peace, then you are gifting the world with that peace, and more peace is going to equal more peace, more love. If you put out more love, you're going to attract more love. If you put out more peace, you attract more peace. If you put out more light, you attract more light. This is so real, right? So if we can embody this peace, and then we can really tap into that frequency and call in our king or our queen and really ground these divine unions into the physical, because they're here for a purpose. I'm such a believer in divine love, and I'm such a believer in companionship. And although some of us are more predestined, if you will, to experience that divine love union, for some people, maybe that's not their soul's purpose in this specific journey, right? But I'm going to assume that if you're watching this video, it's a huge part of your life, and you're calling that in, you're desiring that, and you're wanting that. So my loves, tap into that peace, know that it's within you and that it's always available to you. I'm going to get an Earth Magic card. And really, if you haven't already, check out those readings, the Divine Masculine, Divine Energy, or Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine Energy, because again, we have both. So that is speaking to that yin and yang, if you will, that both sides of us, both aspects of us, both counterparts of us. So check out those readings. There's a lot of goodness in there. Divine Union. More energy to ground this union, please. Let's see what we get. Reflection, winter solstice. So right now is a time for great reflection, right? We're kind of heading into these winter months in the northern hemisphere. So right now is a great time to reflect. This was a common theme, actually, now that I'm really thinking about this, in the divine masculine and the divine feminine readings. Both really were focusing on going within, turning that focus inward, spending time and space and meditation for that reflection. Remember, we got the rest and rejuvenate too. So now is the time to go within, to figure out exactly what it is that we want, to get so crystal clear on our desires, to get so crystal clear on what it is that we are calling in, what it is that we are hoping for, that we are desiring. And also reflection. If we're talking twin flames, my loves, we know that people say the twin flame journey can be extremely triggering because it's a direct mirror reflection of ourselves. So if you are in that dynamic, you're being triggered by your twin, or you're in that runner chaser dynamic, just know that that's a reflection on what's going on within us internally. So really taking that time to go within can then also allow us to become more in that space to receive that union, because we know what it is that we can be working towards and what we can be focusing on, right? So if we're saying, oh, the person that I want is doing this, they always do this. Okay, in what areas of our life are we doing that as well? How can we reflect with that? Sacred mirror moments. And something that I'm really passionate about, and I'll have a podcast out on this soon, is about not claiming our triggers. I don't want to say that, but knowing that our triggers are ours for a reason. They're a great teacher for us. So just notice where those reflections are coming up. Also, okay, this is coming through very, very, very clear. Embody the lessons from the past. What lessons need to be embodied? How can we reflect without attaching? Being very mindful of this. Without attaching, how can we reflect on situations or experiences that we've had so that we can be in that alignment to receive this divine union? Because for me, I will speak to my own experience. In my twin flame journey, I was so attached to that I wasn't really allowing myself to see other options. I was so fixated on that exact outcome that it had to be this specific person that I maybe was missing other things. And now I'm actually in a different parallel experience where I really have the opportunity to learn from that experience with my twin to make different choices that are in alignment with the outcome I desire. So what could I have embodied in that past experience, which for me is actually peace and patience. I have it tattooed on my arm for a reason. So I'm practicing embodying more peace and patience now so that I can receive this beautiful divine union in the physical. So use those experiences that you've had in the past as your greatest teachers. More union energy, please. Emergence. You're emerging, my loves. And these unions are emerging. They really are. They're all in their own divine timing. Please know and trust this. I know it's so frustrating to hear sometimes. Believe me when I know that. But trust that it is emerging. We see also this beautiful goddess figure coming out of the water, looking so fierce, so powerful. We see the lotuses blooming. It's all so abundant. Look at all of this energy, so much abundant energy. So trust that it's all emerging the way that it's supposed to. I'm also feeling this almost like illusions being revealed. That's kind of what I'm hearing and picking up on with this card, is like it's going to actually come out of the water and it may look way different than you would think. I don't know why they're giving me, but they're giving me this example. But like, say that you saw this thing swimming up and you're like scared, like, what is that? And then this beautiful goddess emerges and her power looking so fierce. And it could be a complete illusion of what you thought. It could have triggered fear when you saw something coming up out of the water. And really, it's this huge blessing, right? All in its own divine timing. And dragonflies always signify, for me anyways, like I always feel just this essence of good luck with dragonflies. Speaking of, what a good segue. I'm going to tap into this oracle of the Dragon Fae. See if we can get some union energy. What else do we need to know to ground in these unions? This will be our final card for this reading, my loves. Let's see what we need to get. Union energy. What do we need to know more? Please. The Dawn Watcher, bells will ring. This is same with the emergence and kind of what I was just speaking to. Oh, there are two. I didn't even see. So, the Dawn Watcher, bells will ring. Very, very powerful card. Know that everything is happening in divine timing. Those bells will ring. If you are desiring for that person to reach out, trust that they will. If it's what's meant to be in the highest alignment for the highest good of all, know that those bells are going to ring. If you are really desiring love and you're doing the inner work, and when I say doing the inner work, I really just mean tapping into that self-awareness, showing up on your journey, allowing your soul to expand, being in alignment with your purpose and doing it for the collective as well, know that you are going to receive both readings for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. We had Expect Miracles from completely different decks. So know that those miracles are coming, loves. The bells will ring. And then the Wu Wang, wild, pure heart. Stay true to your heart. Know that your heart is pure. There's a quote from a book that I love. It's actually from the Sophia Code, but it says, my word is good, my heart is pure. Like, trust that if your intentions are pure and your heart is pure, you can't mess up what's for you, my loves. Whatever is meant to find you on your journey will absolutely find you. You are so blessed. You're so divinely guided. You're so protected. Again, inner union equals this outer union, and it's all happening for the highest good of all. Trust, surrender, rest. Take the time to rest, rejuvenate, also play, have fun, become that which you wish to attract. You are so powerful. Beautiful divine soul. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. I'm going to wrap it up with this. If you enjoyed this reading and it resonated, send it to someone that you love. If you think that they could benefit, please like, share, subscribe. It's all free to you. Do it with just a click of a button. And it really does help the channel, especially since this channel is such a little baby. Really, I'm hoping that it's going to be able to grow so that these messages can find whoever they are meant to find. Thank you so much. And I just want to say that I'm so proud of you and I honor you for being on this journey, especially for those of us that are on this twin flame journey. I know it's crazy, so I'm sending you so much love from my heart space to yours, trusting that you're finding this reading in your own divine timing, that it's traveling throughout all time and space. Wishing you well, and I will see you on the next reading. Limitless love.